Hi Gateway, I'm Pastor Gary and I'm coming to you from the Columbia River Gorge and this is your midweek announcements for August 5th. We're worshiping together on Sunday mornings and it's been so good. Many of you have shared about how good it is to be back together and honestly I couldn't agree more. It is so good for us to be together in any way that we can right now and we invite all of you to join us. Worship services are every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. There are things that of course need to happen when coming to a worship service during this time, like wearing a face covering, like social distance, 3 chairs away from other households. And you guys, everyone's just doing an amazing job. You guys are doing a good job at doing that. One thing that we're asking before you show up is to register each week for the service that you're going to be attending and asking that you register each person in your household that is going to be attending as well. And the reason for this registration is so that we can prepare for who is going to be here and how many of us that there are. Okay, it's all about being prepared. There's a quick link on Gateway's website for registration, and it's super easy, super painless. Okay, another quick link you can find right next to the registration is the live streaming for worship services. Okay, if you're not able to join us for worship for whatever reason, we live stream our worship service at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. And then after that, the service is permanently available online to view whenever you want, YouTube, Facebook, Gateway's website, which is gatewayweb.org. One more quick link that I want to bring to your attention that's on the website is the prayer wall. Okay, if you need prayer for anything, the prayer wall is just a great way to communicate to us the prayers that you need and a tool for not just us as a staff, but for all of us as a church to see what we can be praying about together and for one another. I also wanted to take a little time as well in this video to share about something that I have found so refreshing and encouraging to my soul during these times. I don't know if you ever played this, but there was a game that we played a few times back in youth group where the group is circled around the room and the leader has a statement that they whisper in the ear of the first person. And then one by one, that statement gets whispered and passed around the room until it comes to the last person. Okay, and it's crazy just how different the statement is from the start compared to the end. Okay, the beginning statement would be something like, the man is in the forest and he's looking at the blue sky. Okay, and after the statement then is passed around, the leader will ask the last person, what's the statement that you were told? They'll ask the first person, okay, what is the statement that you were told? And they will say, the man is in the forest and is looking at the blue sky. Okay, and then you can totally see in the face of the last person that what they were told was nothing at all like that. Okay, the leader then asks the last person, now what's the statement that you were told? And they'll say something like, the pickle is blue and is no longer in the jar or something, right? And everyone laughs and they're like, what? I can't believe that, that's crazy. And I always imagined the process of the statement going around the room as if it was like on an assembly line or going through a long machine that's processing that statement, tweaking it, twisting it along the way, stretching it, moving things around and adding or taking away from the statement. And like many of you, I've been reading the news a lot. I listen to opinions. I read posts on social media. Information is streaming into our minds constantly, and it makes me wonder, with whatever information comes into my mind or whispered into my ear, how much of an assembly line did that information have to go through before it reached me? Right? Ultimately, I wonder, well, how much of it is true? I scratch my head and I wonder, like, well, how much of that information that I'm receiving is true? What parts can be trusted? It leaves me feeling unsettled. How do I apply information and allow that information then to change my perspectives and my attitudes when I know that it's not pure? I know that it's not 100% truth. It's unsettling. It's uncertain. But there is a thought lately that is very soothing, very calming in the uncertainty that we live in. It's found in Psalm 18, verse 30. And it says this God, okay, our God, this God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all those who take refuge in him. Okay, the Lord, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord proves true. That word proves true is also translated as pure or as flawless. Okay, God's words are pure, with no hint, not even the slightest bit of untruth. His words are 100% true because of the source of the words. The words are spoken by a God who is pure, who doesn't just have access to the truth, but he is truth with no assembly line. Okay? And it says that he is a shield for all those who take refuge in him. We can trust him. We can take refuge in the words that he speaks, like his promises, his commands, what he says about who he is and how he acts, his plan for redemption. Okay, we can depend on his words, and we can trust them with our lives, and we can trust them to change the way that we perceive things, and trust them to change our attitudes, because it is the source for purity. It's our source for absolute truth in this world, and that is incredibly soothing. In fact, if we just turn to the next chapter, Psalm 19, we see some of the effects of his words in our lives. And starting in verse 7, it says, "The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes." Okay, reviving, rejoicing, enlightening the eyes, protecting us and calming us and soothing us in a world that is uncertain and unsettling. And this has been so encouraging for me lately, and I pray that it is for you too. I hope to see all of you guys this Sunday. Until then, I just encourage you to spend some time with his words and get yourself a dose of something that is pure, something that you can trust, and the unfailing truth of the words of God. God bless you guys.